The last honor flight bluegrass of the season is taking off this morning. You've got 3 World War II veterans, 16 Korean War veterans, and 66 Vietnam vets who are going to be on that flight today. And you're seeing some of them now in this live picture coming from the airport. They're going to fly out to D.C. to take a look at some of the monuments, all of the monuments that were created in honor of their sacrifice. They board at 7 o'clock this morning. Jim and photojournalist Addie Hill are live at the airport to send them off. We're going to hear from some of those vets themselves in just about 10 minutes. Meantime, the JCPS School Board is holding a special meeting tonight ahead of its weekly meeting. According to the agenda, the board could appoint a new member to fill its District 2 vacancy.
This comes after a candidate for the position withdrew from November's ballot. 2 weeks ago, District 2 candidate Abby Berthold dropped out of the race. She made that announcement on social media, saying the decision was due to personal reasons requiring her full attention. District 2 covers the Highlands, the area previously represented by former board member Chris Kolb. Kolb originally filed to keep his seat, but then dropped out in June when the teachers union decided not to endorse anybody in the race.
Now this comes as JCPS says it is still short about half the certified TARC drivers needed to restore some of its bus routes. The district set a goal to restore routes to some students by the time they got back from fall break, but that's next week. So Superintendent Dr. Marty Polio told us last night that the 31 TARC drivers have received their certifications, but the district needs 60 in order to restore those routes. Dr. Polio also said under the current transportation plan, the amount of missed instructional time for students has been released.
We cannot have successful outcomes for kids if kids are missing minutes of school. It's as simple as that. We had half the bus drivers, so until we get to 60 TARC drivers that have passed the S endorsement, we won't be able to add back routes because of our commitment to getting kids to school on time and getting them home efficiently. That's working right now, and I'm not going to do anything that would negatively impact that.
The JCPS board would have to approve any proposals to restore bus routes.
The U.S. Department of Justice is appealing a judge's recent decision to dismiss felony charges against 2 former Metro police officers involved in the Breonna Taylor case. Joshua Janes and Kyle Meany are accused of falsifying the warrant that led police to Taylor's home and then trying to cover it up. Last month, Judge Charles Simpson ruled the warrant was not the cause of Taylor's death and dismissed the most serious charge against the 2. Janes and Meany still face misdemeanor charges. Federal prosecutors filed their notice of appeal on Friday.
Louisville Metro Police are investigating after a man's body was found near Petersburg Park in Newburgh. The LMPD says somebody called police just before noon yesterday after seeing a man in a wooded area who was unresponsive. Investigators call the injuries traumatic, but would not be more specific than that. They're investigating the death as a homicide.
Policing is not just something that we can do on our own, and as far as these incidents that happen in our neighborhood, obviously they're troubling. This was located fairly in the vicinity of a church, several churches along East Indian Trail, so obviously it's very concerning to the citizens and the residents in the neighborhood, and I understand that.
If you have any information about this, you're urged to call the LMPD tip line at 574-LMPD, or you can submit tips through the online portal. And of course, remember, you can remain anonymous.
The people behind 2 huge Louisville music festivals, Bourbon and Beyond, and this weekend's Louder Than Life, believe they will double their crowds in the next 5 years. WHAS11's Alex Dieterer and photojournalist Elijah McKenzie show us how organizers plan to expand and the impact on the city.
2 weeks of back-to-back music festivals means no time to rest for Louisville bars and restaurants.
Starting Thursday, it's going to be pretty crazy around here, and we're ready for it.
For the first time, the festival producers have expanded free events to neighborhoods around the fairgrounds. Germantown is this week.
After one busy weekend for Hawks, they're planning to pack the place again this weekend as they play host to a Louder Than Life pregame and postgame.
We actually have some shuttle buses that are going to be taking people from Hawks to Louder Than Life and then bringing them back in the evening. So nice, safe way for people to get there and back.
Nulu hosted Bourbon and Beyond. The producers selected Germantown to host Louder Than Life pre-games this weekend. It also means increased traffic for tourist attractions.
We always see a big uptick when Bourbon and Beyond comes to town.
The Fraser History Museum has partnered with the festival since its inception.
It's a great chance for the Fraser History Museum and really all the attractions in town to show off what makes us special.
Fraser president and CEO Andy Trinan says this year was the best one yet.
And it has led to a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and an above normal Monday as people are hanging over in more ways than one after the concerts.
Museums, bars, and restaurants feeling the impact of a predicted total attendance of 400,000 people between the two festivals. In Louisville, Alex Dieterer, WHAS11 on your side.
If you want some more details about the Germantown pre-party for this weekend's Louder Than Life Festival, or to see a lineup for the event's headliners, check out this story under the local news tab on our website.